Hello, hello. Welcome to everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. You are once more welcome to our IT talk show. Welcome to Caritech's IT talk show. So I am Rita Shopkin, and we have these talk shows every now and then just to enlighten you and to help you understand how Caritech IT Academy can take you from a zero IT background to an IT guru. So you are very welcome. Please do share this live with your network. Share and tell someone to tell another person that knowledge is free and knowledge is power. When you know something, then you can do something about it. So we are here just for an informative purpose and equally here to answer all your questions, all your queries, whatever is disturbing you, all your fears about IT, anything you want to know about Kiawe Tech IT, what it will take for you to be able to begin your journey as an IT guru with us, Kiawe Tech IT Academy. We are definitely the best academy to whom you are going to entrust that. So please share the live, even if it's a French speaking individual, share the live because we are bilingual. We even if it's the German, we can talk, we can speak in German as well. So please go on and share. And I'm here, right here with Vandeline Kiawi. So Vandeline, good
Thank you.
evening.
Thank you so much, Rita. Good evening, Rita. Good evening, everyone joining us from wherever you are in the world. It's a pleasure joining and hanging out with you one more time. Drop a comment. Let us know you're watching. Let us know where you're watching from so that we can give you a personal shout out and a very warm welcome to the stream. So, oh wow, that's already a first shout out from Easy. Easy, this is Isaiah from the United Arab Emirates. Bro, you're welcome to the stream. It is a pleasure to have you. So, guys, keep the comments coming, keep the comment section funky. We are here to answer all your questions. We are here to enlighten you with any possible answers you might want about any questions you might have about joining the IT field, possibilities, requirements, tuition, scholarship opportunities, everything you want to know about Kiaritech IT Academy. We join you in these talk shows to clarify those. And we are happy to have you. So let us know where you're watching from, guys, so that we can give you a shout out, just like we did our brother. It is a great pleasure having you. Once again, and over to you, Rita.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Vandeline. So, like Vandeline said, please tell us where you're watching from so that we can say hello, so we can greet you and welcome you to the live talk show. So we are always going to be having these talk shows to be able to help you top up your knowledge about IT and what it takes, because this is the main purpose why Cavitech IT is existing today. So we are out for you who has no IT background and you want to get to a professional level of IT. And we are equally here for you who wants to change the direction of your career. So please drop in the comment section where you're watching from, and we are going to say hi to you. At the same time, while we are doing that, we are going to have Vandeline share with us a very juicy video that we are going to use to be able to know more about Cavitech. We are going to have a word from the CEO whose own whole idea was to leave no one behind, was to give opportunity for those who didn't have one to be able to make a better living out of their lives. So, Vandeline, over to you. While she's doing that, please keep sharing, share the live, and invite many more, invite all, so we can have a wonderful moment together this evening.
Mary's watching us
Hey,
from
Mary,
Germany.
thank you. Watching from
Thank you so
Germany.
much. Yes, you're very welcome to the stream. And of course, as Rita said, there are a lot of people who join us and who do not know who we are. First of all, we are Kiawi Tech IT Academy, an IT training academy, which can take you from zero IT background to becoming an IT professional in 180 days. I like to put it 180 days because it makes you see in just how short a time your life can be transformed. So yeah,
Yeah,
that's what we
exactly.
do. And we do train in the fields of data, SQL Server database administration, Azure cloud computing, IBM Guardian, cybersecurity, and did I forget anyone, Rita?
No, you didn't.
Okay.
Amazon Web Services.
Amazon Web Services, exactly. And of course, the training or the course which we advise for people who are joining the IT field for the very first time is SQL Server Database Administration. And if you have absolutely no idea what that is, we got you. And the video we'll be presenting to you right now is a synthesis of what this field is all about, presented by our CEO himself. So we'll just give you a minute to watch and then we'll come back to answer all your questions, to interact with you, to clear your doubts, and to let you know anything you want to know about joining the IT field through one of our trainings.
Yeah.
So let us go right now.
Hi everyone, my name is Dennis Kiawi. I'm the CEO of Kiawi Tech IT Consulting Services.
I'm here to tell you good news about database administration. Have you heard about database administration before? What do we do? What is it all about? I get this question every time when I talk to someone about database administration. This is the most lucrative field you will ever find yourself in. If you're looking for a career that will give you the flexibility to be able to work from home, give you the flexibility to be able to take care of your family and make some decent income, database administration is the right place for you to start. On average, database administrator makes between 80K and 120K per annum in the US. What are you waiting for? I get this question every single time. Am I qualified to become a database administrator? The answer is yes, you are qualified. What is important is your keen interest to become a data administrator, and we will make that possible for you. At Kiawitech, we make dreams become a reality. Students in this program do extremely well out there because students that work at Bank of America, Quick Tracks, Alliance Group, Align Basel, Chevron, and so on, to name a few. The fact that this program is offered online and virtual, students can attend this program anywhere around the world. We got students from Canada, from Europe, from Africa, anywhere around the world you can attend this program. What is it all about? That's a question I get every single time I talk to someone. It is a program that helps you learn how to manage enterprise databases. Database administrator is in charge of making sure that the enterprise database is protected, it is secured, and is readily available shortest time possible when the enterprise really needs it. Every company you find out there has what is called a database. Whether it's a phone company, it's a bank, it's a financial company, a health sector, there is always a database where the data is stored. And your job is to make sure that data is protected, the data is secured, the data is available when the clients need it within the shortest time possible. I get this question all the time. Am I really qualified to become a DBA? The question is yes, you are. Everybody can do this. Everyone can do it. All I need from you is a keen interest in becoming a database administrator because that's exactly what we do. We start classes from afresh and we train you to become proficient in what you do. So the time to act is now. The difference between you and the next person is that you take action. So you, and you. What are you waiting for? This is the right time for you to sign up for classes and become a database administrator in the next 6 months.
Wow. In the next 6 months is the time for you to become a database administrator. I mean, 6 months. Madeline, you had a very nice way to put it, 160 days. Oh God. That can be
Yes, it
very
just
frightful, you know?
I know, right? It gives you a clearer picture of how short a time period that is, right? It gives you an idea in how, I mean, they usually say for personal development trainers, they'll tell you take 6 months away from the
Yeah.
usual everything that happens. And in this 6 months, you can transform your life. You can make a life changing transformation. And that's everything that we want. I think we have someone with us here. I don't know. Eldris Tata, would you want to join the stream? If you want to join, just drop us a comment and we'll bring you live to ask your question, if you please. So, guys, it just gives you a picture of how short a time you can transform your life. You make a
Mhm.
monumental decision, and in a very short period of time, you become a whole different person with a whole lot of possibilities at your fingertips and at your doorstep. So I think we're going to continue to give a shout out to those joining us. Gwendy, hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. It's a pleasure to have you. She's watching from Bundes. Yeah, how do I feel like Bundes is always winning?
I know the beauty of Bundes is really hitting hard in
I know,
Keltec
right?
IT Academy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to have all of you in the stream. Please let us know where you're watching from. And most importantly, share the stream with your friends. Share this information with everyone possible so that everyone would know that there is a possibility for them out there. There are a lot of people who are yet to figure out what they want to do with their lives. They are yet to figure out what's going on. But this is a very easy way to help you see the possibilities that lie ahead of you. And because
Yeah.
I mean, it's in such a short period of time, people do not know that a lot of transformation can happen. But when you are
Exactly.
exposed to an academy like this one, you begin to see those possibilities, and it becomes yeah, you become unstoppable.
Exactly. You really become unstoppable. And at times, I had to consult a lot of women that they used to ask me, but how do I do to become rich? Like it, okay, I don't have enough finances, I'm unable to save, I'm unable to do this, and I'm like, okay, there are so many ways to become rich. There are so many
Yeah,
ways to make some money, but you need to choose what works best for you. You see,
yeah.
what works best for you will always be what will win. But one thing I know is that knowledge is the richest thing you would ever have. It's what will catapult you from 0 francs to thousands of trillions, like basically. But now, how do you do this? How do you achieve it? When we organize talk shows like this, it costs you nothing to hop in and listen to what we're talking about, you see? Because what we know, you may not know. And when you know it, you can be able to transmit it to others. It might not just impact your life, but it will impact someone else's life through you, you see? So getting informed about some of these things that you don't know about is vital. And that is why we are here to get you informed, to answer your questions. Your questions should not remain in the cupboard or in your head. No, we want to bring all those questions from the dark and give you some light in there.
Absolutely. I can see
Exactly.
Eldris Tata backstage. You want me to bring you on? I can bring you on if you want. You want to say shout out?
Hello.
Hi. Hi,
Hello.
Eldris. It's a pleasure having you join us this evening.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
How
Yeah.
are you
Uh,
doing?
I'm good. I'm
Great.
actually streaming from Dubai.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. So my elder sister completed this course last year.
Yeah.
She's in Germany.
Oh, wow.
So
Nice.
she,
What's the name, please?
yeah. So she told me last time, but I think it was a little bit too late. Then I
Okay.
could not enroll in the course. So this time around, I want to. I have registered and I received an email from you people regarding was it this thing later,
Yes.
Admission letter.
Yeah.
admission later, but that's all I got. So nothing else. So I don't know what's the next step or what I need to do next in order
Okay.
to be fully
Yeah.
prepared because I think I got the laptop already and Yeah, but I don't know what next to do. So
Okay, Idris, thank you very much for your very beautiful and wonderful question. We are very happy to have you here. And
Absolute
I would love
pleasure.
to ask you, I think the email you received, there were two documents attached. There's one called a checklist, right?
yeah, I just received one. It was just one.
Okay, so
Okay.
well, I think the way that we'll proceed with this is that's specific to you, Eldre. So what we'll do is I'll have you contact Rita backstage so she can
Okay.
look into your case on an individual level. So
Okay.
here we are just trying to see enlighten those who are not yet as far as you are. We see you're already at the doorstep, which is a
Yeah.
really good thing, and we appreciate you for that. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for joining the live. I mean, you
Yeah.
can still continue to watch even after I take you backstage. So thank you so much for joining. Rita will hook up with you and take care of your issue.
Okay.
So
Thank you so
Idris,
much.
you can just indicate is either in the WhatsApp group, so I pick your number up from there, or if you have the Caritas official number, just write there and say it's you, and we're going to have that sorted out.
Okay. Thank you so much. I really appreciate.
You're
Thank you
welcome.
so much. We
Yeah.
appreciate you for joining. That was a verbal shout out. Shout
Yeah.
out to you and have a great rest of the
Thank
day.
you.
And
Bye.
Thanks.
remember to share the
Bye.
stream.
And
Thank
good luck
you.
to those who are coming in. I wish you all guys the best as well. So
Absolutely. Thank you for that.
Absolutely.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
bye.
We do have Valerie and Kojo, Mr. Kojo backstage. I don't know if you want to join us live. If you want to join us live, I can read. Oh, I can see you, Mr. Kojo. Okay, Mr. Kojo nodded, which means he's happy to join us live.
Yeah.
Hello, Mr. Kojo. It's a pleasure having you.
Hello. How are you?
Hi.
How are you doing?
Well, doing great. And you?
I'm fine. Please, I have a question to ask. I applied for the course like database, like SQL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then, I'm a kind of like a busy type. So I'm just I just wanna know when am I going to do the payment? Then because like they say the course is starting by 6th October. That's what I heard from them. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you five and five.
So
So,
what would be the best time for me to pay?
Okay.
fantastic question. I hand you to the student service representative.
Hello,
Okay,
Mr. Kojo. Thank you very much for your question. So, for payment, we don't. There is always no best time. If you want to pay immediately, you can pay immediately. That's fine. But
okay,
then we have a deadline for the first down payment that will be on the 20th of October. That is 2 weeks into the training, right? And this is just because we don't give too much importance to payment or to money. We want you to come in and take the course and tell yourself, okay, I have 2 weeks free. Is this something I can do? Will it be more than me? Will it be okay? And once it's okay, 2 weeks gone, and on the 20th will be already the time in which you are supposed to make at least a down payment. So anytime is fine, and that's
okay,
it. Yeah,
okay. Thank you.
you're
Thank you
welcome.
so much for joining the stream, Mr. Kojo. That it was a pleasure having you. So, of course, feel free, continue to be here. If
Okay.
any other question comes up, feel free to indicate, and we'll simply bring you back.
Yeah.
Yeah, like yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, and see you again. Okay, that's an interesting one. We have them really coming on live to voice their questions as opposed to just typing them in the chat. But guys, you're encouraged to go either way, right? There are some people who are shy, they don't want to be on camera. That's totally fine. Just drop your question in the chat and then we'll be able to help you out. So in the meantime, I continue with the shout outs. We have here our Mr. President for Europe and Africa. Thank you. Watching from Wiesbaden, Germany. You're welcome to the stream. And we have a question, but before I come to the questions, we'll just finish up with the shout outs. Yes, you know the girl in the chat? Yes, yes, Falmo Messing. You're welcome to the stream. Always a pleasure having you. And then we have Mr. Chuka. Oh, good evening, Wendy. Good evening, Mr. Chuka. It's a pleasure having you. You're welcome to the stream. Feel free to voice your questions. Feel free to let us know if you have any worries, any. Oh, ready for this program. Totally proud of you. This will be the best decision you would make for you would ever make for yourself. In 180 days, we'll be talking from the other side. So
Yeah.
welcome, welcome, welcome. It's an absolute pleasure having you pumped up and ready to take on this challenge. We are totally proud of you. And who else do we have here? We have people waiting backstage. There's actually Valerie, there's Mike, and there's Banky. But I'll need you to be on camera so you can let me know if you actually want to come. And oh, yes, I can see Mr. Banky on camera. So let's bring him on.
Oh, good afternoon.
Good
Good
afternoon, Mr.
afternoon,
Banky.
Mr. Banky. It's a pleasure having
Yeah,
you.
yeah, same here. I have a question.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
My question is this: you don't have a morning session?
Morning sessions.
Yes.
Sure we do.
Oh, so in what time zone are you, if I may ask?
I'm in United States.
Yeah. So, the problem, the challenge with having a morning session is that a lot of people who take our training are already working, right? So we try to put this outside of working hours so that it is easier for a lot of people. But we have the session for the West African time zone. It's usually batch 3, which would be in the mornings or late afternoon for you. So if you have issues with taking the shuttle in the night, that one could be an option for you. There are a lot of people who take that in the West African time zone.
Okay, because the course I've already taken it somewhere else. I didn't wrote. I don't really catch up with what I need to be out there. That's why I just
Mhm.
want to like let me come over to you guys. One of
You
my
are
bro
in the right place.
one of my brother introduced me today.
Okay. we
Yes.
we in fact we can guarantee you are in the right place because everything that no one else tells you we would tell you at Tech. And what sets us apart from the other training academies is they give you the knowledge and throw you into the waters. Go try your best. We take you right to your job's doorstep and accompany you throughout the process. So you will be stuck with us forever, and that's what we promise you. So you would definitely enjoy the decision to join Kerry Tech.
Okay. And another question is about the payment. Is it going to be a one-time payment, or like I can divide it into maybe 3 or 4 places to like.
Absolutely. You get to decide if you want to do in one installment or if you want to break it down. So oh, I can see Jackie. I don't know if Jackie knows Banky. Maybe he says, "Come and start making it big after 6 months from today." Thank you so much, Jackie. We appreciate you for always being in the chat, giving people motivation. And if you do not know, Jackie is one of our senior database administrators who is making it out there in one of the top leading companies in the United States of America. Thank you so much, Jackie. You always come in with a lot of positive energy, and we totally appreciate you.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Uh,
yeah, I mean, back to you. Oh, you have another question?
I'm going to find out about the time with the African people so that I can join them in the morning. I would prefer to do it in the morning because when I start working from 1 p.m., that is
It
say
becomes a
12
bit
a.m.
complicated. Yeah. Okay, that's totally fine. It's an option you can take, and we have it available for you. So, if you like, you can hook up with Rita immediately after this session, and then she can let you see the possibilities we have and even our payment plans. You can break it down into as many payments as you want. It's up to you. And just so you know, Tech is not a money making academy. We are here to empower communities through IT training. So our interest is for you to be empowered through your training and not to make money from you. So that should be very clear.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you so much, and you're welcome to the family. I guess I'm super proud of welcoming you.
Okay. How do I get in touch with Rita?
Oh,
Okay,
are you
Rita.
already? Yeah, Rita, go ahead.
Okay, are you in any of our WhatsApp groups?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay, you can just type in any of them, Banky, and I'll get to you immediately.
Okay. 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 Thank you so much.
You're
Yeah,
most
welcome.
welcome. It was a
Thank you.
pleasure talking to you this evening. So
Same
bye.
here. Bye.
Okay, so I guess we can take on the questions now. We
Yeah.
have one question from Nexus. I don't know where Nexus is right. Oh, the first one is from Tatex. Let me see. Just have some few questions that need answers. Of course, Tatex, you're welcome to type your question in the chat if you want and join us live if you want, or if you prefer, whatever way works for you. You're always welcome and feel free to ask your questions. And the next question is from Nexus, who says, are you training for database administrator only? So, Rita, do you want to take that one?
Okay, Nexus, thank you very much for that brilliant question. So we don't only train for database administrators. We do train equally for cloud engineers, cloud architects, that is Amazon Web Services, as well as Azure Cloud Computing. Okay. And recently we went into cybersecurity. So yes, we do train cybersecurity, Amazon Web Services, Azure Cloud Computing, and database
IBM
services.
Guardium. We also have IBM Guardium.
IBM
So we have
Guardium
a
as well.
whole, yeah, we have a whole catalog of programs, but depending on your level of IT knowledge, we usually advise new starters to come for the SQL Server database administrator
Exactly.
course
Mhm.
because that's your most sure or the surest point of entry for you. So that
Yeah.
was a really good question. Thank you. And Frau Messing says Bundes. Yes, Germany is leading as always. And yeah, we have another question here from Ogbudu. He says, how much is the cost?
Okay, Mr. Obudu, thank you very much for that brilliant question. So, like we said in the beginning, we do not attach so much emphasis on the cost, but then, as every other training, we have materials we do buy and renew, like the licenses
Licenses. Yeah.
for the software that we use to be able to train you for this course. We need to buy them in such a way that a lot of people can use it for training purposes, you see. So the cost for this course is $3,500.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's for the
three
SQL
thousand.
Server
That's
database.
for SQL Server
Yeah, so
database
assuming you're
administration.
a complete new starter in the IT world, but of course, if you want to go into any one of our other specializations, feel free to get in touch with one of us and we'll be able to provide you with details on the training plan, program, cost, and everything that you want to
Yeah,
know.
that because we cannot talk about them, all of them here. That would take us a lot of time. But and so we the Carey Foundation that offers scholarship for people living in low income earning countries to be able to take this course at a softer rate too. So
Rita, you're just answering the question he was about asking, or he asked. We got you, Mr. Omu. We got you. We got you. You're in Africa and it's a lot of money. That's absolutely clear. So that's why
mhm.
we have a foundation, right? We have
Yeah,
told you multiple times in this program that the aim of Tech IT Academy is not to make money. So everything that we make, we pump back into community development. And that is why our foundation has a scholarship scheme for anyone interested in taking our training from a low income country. And
yeah,
Africa, I mean, I don't know if there's any country in Africa that is not considered a low income country, but of course, taking our training from Africa, you qualify for a 70% reduction thanks to the Kiawi Foundation.
yeah,
And that is made possible by you applying for our scholarship scheme through our foundation's website, which is, I'll just type it right here in the chat, www.kiawi.org. www.kiawi.org. So once you apply for the scholarship, I mean, if you log on there, you're going to see our scholarship form. And once you apply for the scholarship, the only thing that we need to confirm is that you are actually located where you say you are located. Because of course we know ourselves, right? A lot of people take this for granted, and then yeah, what happens happens. But all we need to do is verify that you're actually where you say you are, and you automatically qualify for the discount, 70% discount. So you will end out just paying a fraction of the fee. So we got you covered.
Exactly. I
This
mean,
is
Claritech is operation, no one left out. So that's
no
it.
one at all. My goodness. Someone's asking a really interesting question.
Please,
His
what's the
name,
name of the person in Rasta? Oh, wow.
my name
That's a
is right
wonderful
here,
question.
sir. My name is right here.
You can have a name on the screen.
Yes, absolutely. And of course, if you have any questions for us, we are right here, ready to answer, ready to give you all the information you need. And of course, Mrs. Teresa Cox, if you have any further questions, we'll be happy to answer you. Just drop it in the chat, and then, or of course, join us live if you want, and we'll be able to answer those questions for you. So now I just want to ask a very random question to you, Rita, a question that a lot of people have on their minds. So I know we listened to the CEO talk about database administration and all of that. Would you break it down for the layman? What is database administration?
Mhm. Like like I always love saying, and I think you're the best person that will even answer the question in a more nice way. But then database, I mean, like I'll repeat what you said last talk show. If you have a phone, then you're a database administrator because you have a lot of data in there. You have your contacts, you have numbers, you have your pictures, you have your videos, you have your documents in there. And what you do on a daily basis is manage that database. So as easy as it is the how can I say the cumulative of every action you take towards making sure data is available and ready for use, no matter what happens. So I'll take an example. You always do an automatic save, like you precise a time being where your data is being saved into your Google Cloud, right? That's database administration. You're already administering the data in your phone, and that's just it, as easy as that. As
And
easy
if
as that,
you,
that is what database administration is.
yes, and if you understood her, then you already know that every company in the world needs a database administrator. So
Exactly.
think about the bank. Banks need to know how many clients they have, how much money each client has in his account, how much money they withdraw, how much money. I mean, they need all of this data, right? Think of a
Yeah.
police station. They need data. How many people did we arrest last month? How many have we released today? How many do we plan to release tomorrow? That's data, right? Think of a school. You need to keep stock of grades, right? You need to think about who's failed, who's passed, who took the exam, who didn't, who was ill, who gave an excuse. All of that is data. Think of a hospital, right? How many patients came in yesterday? Who died today? Who will die tomorrow? Who is scheduled for an operation? All of this is data. And in fact, if you know, just tell me what industry you work for in the comments. Just tell me what company you work for, and I'll tell you what kind of data it has to preserve. And then you begin to understand why database administration is such a sought after skill. You begin to understand why um, this field is so lucrative, and you begin to understand why We are telling you this is your gateway into the world of IT. So all of those things begin to make sense when you understand that any institution at all that has data needs someone to make sure that that data is safe, retrievable, and usable anytime it is required. So I think
Exactly.
we'll proceed with a question here from Teresa. She says, so at the end of the day, all branches of IT are important. Correct, I agree with you. And I
Mhm.
think all should also be in high demand. Just depends on which company you work with and their capacity to pay higher than other companies. Well, that's a really good way to look at it. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't disagree with that. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely. All parts of a company is important. Okay. We cannot discard that. All parts of a company is important. But at the same time, when you see the importance a company pays to a particular domain, a particular organ of that company, you would understand that there are levels in this thing. You see, there are levels in this thing. Okay, I'll take an example with a marketer. People will say marketing is the heart of a company because it gets more clients to the company. But I ask myself, okay, if you market a lot and have a lot of clients, and at the end of the day, your servers crash, no data, you cannot retrieve anything, you have nothing about the company, everything goes, it's gone completely. What do you do? What does the company become? You see, so it is just a level of importance that that plays a key role on what part of what domain you would love to specialize on. You
That's
see.
a very good way of explaining, Rita. I would like to elaborate your example using a bank,
Mm-hmm,
for
mm-hmm.
instance.
Yeah.
If all of a sudden Bank of America loses all its data and does not know who deposited what, who withdrew what, and who did whatever entries, or who, I mean, imagine that such a day
Who
comes.
owns which bank account?
Imagine that such a day comes, then that is the end of Bank of America. The
The
end.
end.
Why?
Literally.
Because your clients will claim you for way more than you ever kept for them. And you have
Mhm,
no backup because you have no way of telling them what you're saying is not true.
mhm,
That is the end of the bank, literally. Because you might be giving up your entire network. You wouldn't even remember what profit margin you had or whether you were even breaking even or making a loss. You have nothing. So that's literally the end of the bank. If the bank loses its data, it ceases to exist. And all other branches cannot function without this data because all other departments require information from this to function. And that is why databases are connected to several different applications in a company because front end users use this data in various ways.
exactly.
That was a good
So
one,
that's why
Teresa. Thank you so
that's a
much.
really really important question, very brilliant because people would want to always tempted to ask why are you specialized in the domains you're specialized in? Why not carry all the IT domains and your training on them? We go for the, like they say in French, la crème de la crème. We go for the juicy ones, you see. Yeah, that's great, Teresa. You're satisfied. Yeah, definitely. So we go for the ones that are most important and very demanding, you see. So that's
That's
good.
that's the main reason why we are here. And I mean, it pleases us to see that our responses are satisfactory to you. That is why we are here to, I mean, let you to clarify all your doubts and to let you understand why we are leveraging the branch of database administration as your next bet, in fact, your best bet in joining the IT world. So just recalling that we have Valerie, Mike, and Chris in the lobby. Guys, please, if you want to join us in the stream, please turn on your camera and indicate, and I'll bring you right in. But if not, feel free to type your comments in the comment section and would as well answer from there. So I'm going to come to another question that lots of people ask. or lots of people want to know, how much mathematics do you need to succeed in the field of database administration?
I am often very dramatic. I'll just do this. If you went to primary school, you would know when they say this. Nada. No mathematics. There is nothing to do. We are not looking for any x's, no y's, nothing. We are not differentiating nothing. We are not integrating. There is nothing like that. You see, it's a practical course, okay? It's a hands-on job course. Just take it as an internship. You see, when you go for an internship, you acquire skills you never had before. And if you know how to click, you know how to use your mouse to click, then you're good to go, okay? You're
Come,
good
we'll
to
show you
go.
how to click and make money, guys.
To make money,
That's
click
the
and make
deal.
six figures. At the end of the day, you're like, but I was drinking coffee the whole of this month.
Oh
Look at
yeah.
your paycheck, and you're like, oh my God, why did I know about it this late? And now you'll be punishing yourself because you didn't have the knowledge. You
You know,
see?
another thing that Mrs. Epps always says that I really like to refer to when talking about this is when a lot of people say that as a database administrator, they don't actually do a lot of active work but make a
Yeah.
lot of money, then he tells them they do not pay you to do hard work. They pay you to execute the complex task of maintaining their data. They need to make sure that if they need you to produce files from 2007 of people who have all died on what they did and whatever, you have to be able to do that. They need you to. So you are basically the the guardian of the company's lifeline. You're sitting there like a, I mean, that's why the main task you'll be doing is if your systems are completely set up, monitoring to make sure that everything, that all jobs that were created are running, all backups are scheduled, making sure that all of these is happening. And if it's happening, what else are you doing? I mean, you are folding your arms and looking at them. As long as it's running, you're good, right? So you
Yeah,
do
but
that.
you just said something here, and lately I saw that in the USA they often dig on old files, criminal cases that passed, and they try to reconstitute what happened and try to know if they actually had the right decision or not, or they missed out on something and all those things like that. When a criminal body like the police, right? When they have this data, you are the one they're going to come to. Database
Exactly.
administrator, 2006, I treated this and that case. There is a new lead on that case. Please, can you bring the file out? And now
Yeah.
you're like, tag, 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 pap, and you send. And you continue drinking your coffee, waiting
But
for your six figures at the end of the month.
one thing, I mean, that is really, really, it's an ideal picture, right? But
Mhm.
unfortunately, we still have a lot of our companies back home that deal with paper files. So imagine in case of
Exactly.
a fire disaster.
Vandali, I'll shock you. It's last week we had a community, how do they call the council got burned.
Oh,
Last week,
wow.
yeah, only six council got burned. And imagine all the paperwork gone.
Wow. No, that's really bad news for any. I mean, I don't know if they have database administrators. They have, I think, for those old people, they call them bookkeepers. What do they call them?
Yeah,
Or
I know
librarians,
the name
or
in French, archivists.
that's a good one. I think Teresa, we have another question here from Ogbudu. She says, when you say 6 months, did you mean how long it takes to complete your DBA course, or you mean completing the course and get a job within 6 months? So, Omo, I would say both. I would say both. Why? Just because the day your training is complete with us, you are eligible to get your job. So now, how soon that job comes depends on how much dedication you give, right? So we have had people who've had like jobs 1 week immediately after completing their training. So, but
Or
this
before
means that
completing the training, don't
before,
forget.
before completing the training, even, yes, which means before the end of the 6 month mark, a lot of people, and which means that they were so committed and so sure of themselves that they were able to go into the market even before we went into the mentorship part of our training. Because with Carry Tech, I think it was Banky who told us he did this training somewhere else, and I was about to tell him what sets Carry Tech apart from other institutions out there. And one of them is our mentorship strategy. So once you're 6 months with us, our 6 months contract is over. Trust me, Carry Tech does not leave you alone. We have 2 months dedicated to ensuring that you get a job. And we call that open my offer letter in 60 days. So for 60 days, every day, you would be meeting in class with a group of trained and paid mentors who will guide you through your resume writing procedure, depending on whatever region you find yourself, who will guide you with job search techniques, interview questions, and all of those in 60 days. And the goal is to get everyone to get a job before the end of these 60 days. And trust me, a lot of people do get jobs within that period. So now, how fast you get your job after the training depends on how much commitment you would be able to put in as a person and how much confidence you will gain in yourself to be able to communicate what we have
Yeah.
taught you at Carry Tech.
Hmm.
I
And
can
you know,
see
even after the 60 days, we don't still let you go, huh?
we don't let you go. Yes, the mentorship continues. I can see Chris on camera. Chris, would you want to join us live on stage? You can nod and I would see you. If you just nod, you want to ask a question, you want to join us live, or I can see the smile. Is that a yes?
But I am so
Probably a
happy
yes.
listening to you guys.
It's a pleasure having you on the stream live, Mr. Chris. You're welcome to the stream.
You're welcome.
So, are you already registered for one of our trainings, or do you have any questions we can help with to make you sure that you're making the right decision?
I am ready for the next session. You can see.
Oh,
Very good.
wow.
That's a DBA right there. That is a DBA right there. We are so proud of you. We can see your setup is ready. I can see your external monitor already. I can see your laptop and your mouse. You are good to go. And let me congratulate you for that. And just let you know that you have made the best decision of your life. And I promise you, we have a formula, which is determination plus hard work and consistency
Consistency.
gives you the success that you need. So if you apply these three key ingredients, we would meet here in 160 days to celebrate you on the six-figure set.
I just wish I knew this long ago. I met my friends. I met my friends doing I think in the 13th batch.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I met them. They were already 3 months into the course. I said, "Oh my God!"
oh my God.
Yeah,
And,
because
and how far have they gone now? Have some of them gotten jobs already?
yeah,
You
all
see? And
the
mind you, the tech.
three of them are working.
Oh my God, that's how we take to the world. I like to hear these testimonies because some people out there would think we are just sitting here hyping something that is non existent, but our system is tested and proven. And you can see from your friends that what we are saying here is not a joke. So I am so happy that you're taking that leap of faith today. And I can tell you very clearly and sincerely if you apply this formula, hard work, determination, and consistency, we will meet on the six-figure seat at the end of your 6 months.
I am so ready.
Yeah. Great, then let's go. Congratulations and welcome to the Tech family.
Exactly.
It's an absolute pleasure to have you. So we are going to meet again in class, in the community, everywhere. Feel at home. You are at home.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you
Thank you
too,
so
Mr.
much for
Chris.
joining the stream, and thank you so much for being here. We totally appreciate you.
Okay. So you
Thanks.
have a good
Bye.
day. I will be leaving you guys because I have
Oh,
to prepare for work tomorrow.
okay.
Yeah,
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.
So we have we have quite that was a good one, Rita. What did you think?
yeah, it was a wonderful one. A majority of people who know about Cavitech were referred by others who tested the system and it worked. And like Vandeline clearly said, determination, hard work, consistency. After the training, do not relent. You're picking up another job, which is applying for jobs. You,
Exactly. And I want to capitalize on something that Chris just said. His
yeah,
three friends were in batch 13. Mind you, batch 13 ended in April.
exactly,
Batch
exactly.
13 ended in April 2023, guys. We are about graduating batch 14. Batch 14's graduation is at the end of September or the 30th of September, and batch 15 starts on the 1st of October. So
Yeah,
we are 5 months away from the end of batch 13, and all his three friends have had jobs. How cool is that?
determination, hard
Yeah.
work. They,
And
they
that
give it
only
their all.
happens in Kiawi Tech. And just a
Yeah,
reminder, in Germany, for example, the batch 13 he talked about graduated 12 DBAs from Germany. As we speak, 10 of them are working. How cool is that? And it
how
only happens at
wonderful.
Kiawi Tech. So what we say here, guys, is it's really something that you should consider, think about, tell your friends. You never know whose life it would change, right? He was
Exactly.
regretting that he didn't know about this earlier, but eventually,
Exactly what I just said. Knowledge is the key, the power. It's the richest
yeah.
thing you would have.
And Teresa came back. She says, the way you guys are smiling and talking makes me want to start already. Wish I can explain like this to others in the future. And the answer is yes, Teresa, you can. We sat on the bench just like every other person would. And we came with zero IT background. I came from a background of communication. I'm a journalist by
Zero.
profession. So I had absolutely nothing to do with IT. And
Mhm.
Rita, you can tell them about it.
I came from finance and marketing background. Nothing, not that zero IT, nothing.
And today, guys, we don't even want to tell you, but let's not go into a lot of details,
Nah,
guys.
nah, nah, nah.
You rightly say we are smiling, right? You are going to be on the smiling seat if you take the first bold step this minute.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
we have a French speaker in the building.
Coucou, Jeanne. Oh, Nikki, d'accord.
Nikki, je dis.
Merci beaucoup. Nous sommes enchantés de vous avoir dans ce live aujourd'hui. Et
Ah
effectivement,
oui.
merci d'avoir parlé dans les commentaires pour qu'on puisse aussi communiquer en français avec vous. Et nous avons hâte de vous retrouver dans nos classes et commencer cette route tous ensemble. Donc,
Tout un
merci
plaisir.
bien.
Le plaisir est vraiment partagé et nous sommes vraiment également impatients de vous voir commencer et de vous voir prendre ce trajet pour votre six figures. Donc, nous vous souhaitons la bienvenue. Feel at home at Cavitech. Vous êtes également chez vous. Et c'est avec grand plaisir que nous recevons ce commentaire en français, les gars. C'est juste pour vous rappeler que Kiawitech offre également des cours de SQL Server Database Administration en français. Donc, la langue cessera d'être une barrière. Venez avec tout ce que vous pouvez et nous allons vous aider à vous imprégner et, et devenir des administrateurs de bases de données. Donc, merci vraiment pour ce commentaire, Nikki. C'est tout un plaisir de vous avoir. And we have another one from Chuka. Chuka says, but I think the six figure comes in place when you become a senior database administrator, or it depends on the hiring company. negotiations and capability. Okay, Chuka, I'm gonna answer this one, right? So, Rita mentioned in the beginning that at Kiawitech, you should consider yourself in an internship.
Yeah.
The reason why you consider yourself in an internship is because we are not going to come and start defining concepts that, okay, find X, find Y, do this. No, we are working. Are you there? I think there was a break, a network breakage
Yeah, there
there.
was a break. There was
Okay,
a
and I'm just gonna continue from where I ended, Chuka. So I was just saying that the six-figure thing comes in place when you become a senior database administrator. And I was trying to explain that you leave our Kiawi Tech training with 5 years worth of experience, which is equivalent to a senior database administrator. So if you corner any Tech IT trainee, they would tell you they were hired as a senior database administrator from day one. And why is that? Because your first day at Tech would be considered your first working day as a DBA. So from day one to day 180, every single day you are working on the daily tasks of a DBA. So by the time you're done with your training, you're able to execute projects worth people who have been working for 5 years. That is the way our training is structured. It is not structured to be a classroom kind of setting. It is a work environment setting. And you saw Chris's setup. His setup, he had an external monitor, he had a laptop, all of that. That's the office setup. I don't know if you can see my office here, but if I can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 monitors right here. They are. I don't know how I can make this possible. I'll just show you. Can you see Rita?
Yeah, I can see clearly.
Okay, so that's my office, right? So your setup is a working setup already. We train you to start your life off as a senior database administrator. So when we are talking about six figures, it is not a joke. It is real life. It's reality for all our Carry Tech trainees. So just, come with your armor of determination and we'll make the rest happen for you. But that was a very good question just to enlighten and then to let everyone know the possibilities that we have here. And Teresa says, I beg that. Is it in dollars or? Well, it is in dollars, Teresa. It is in dollars. And to be very honest with you, you can make just as much in Africa. We have a trainee who is already working in Kenya and making just as much as he would have made if he were in the US.
Yeah.
So it is possible everywhere. We had our first trainee who got a job in Douala, Cameroon, and is making just as much as he would have been making if he were out here. So it is lucrative regardless of where you find yourself. So yeah, it is in dollars. And Valerie says, seems like we being orientated only about DBA. What about other courses? Okay, Valerie, that's a very good question. The reason why we are, you see, the title of this stream is How to Start an IT Career Right Now. To start right now, which means from wherever you start, right? You come from physics, you come from geography, you come from a history background, you come from hairdressing, you come from truck driving, you come from wherever you're coming from. We advise you to start off with database administration because that is the most comfortable point of entry for someone with no IT background at all. But once you're done with your training as a database administrator, you can then, with this foundation, navigate into other fields of study that we offer. So that's why this is a basic discussion, right? This discussion is not meant to be professional in any way. It's because we are talking to people who are still thinking about making their way into the IT field. If we were talking to people who are already in various fields of IT, we would be speaking a different language and, of course, introducing IBM Guardium, Amazon Web Services, Azure Cloud Computing, and all of those. But of course, another one that could be also beginner friendly is our cybersecurity course, which you are welcome to sign up for if that is what you think is good for you. So, but I mean, for our beginner, our premium beginner package is the SQL Server Database Administration training. Busy Academy. Yes, yes, it is a busy academy. We are busy empowering communities, and our wish is to take IT to the most I don't know, to the most forgotten of communities. We want to make everyone see a possibility of making a career in IT.
Exactly. Wow, we're doing well. We passed 1 hour. This is nice.
Alrighty. Okay, then let's quickly go through the
Well,
questions
those
that
in
we still have a long chat, Rita. Oh my God, let's keep it short and proceed. Okay.
Will those in Africa have opportunities to have jobs in good companies too? There is, of course. We will. We will. We have. I mean, a database administrator based in Africa, trained in America. How would you not be? You would definitely be top notch. Once your CV is out there, everyone is scrambling for you. No, like I want you. I
Yeah,
want
and I
you.
technically already answered that question, right? I told you we have
Exactly.
BDS working in Kenya, we have in Cameroon, we have in Nigeria. So,
Yeah.
girl, don't feel limited. We got you covered. So, and there's another question here. Please, how does one apply for the scholarship? I already dropped the link to our foundation in the chat right here. It's www.kiawi.org. If you go onto the website, you'll find the scholarship form, and of course, you can apply. So the next one is from Chuka again. Go ahead and read this for you.
Oh, Chukana. You know, we said we speak a lot of languages, right? And we are out to say no one left behind. So French should not be a barrier to us, right?
No language should be a barrier at all.
German as well.
Auch wenn ihr gerne Deutsch spricht, sind wir hier.
Ja, ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch.
Ja, und du bist ab, siehst du? Das ist super.
Ja.
Je suis déjà prête pour commencer. I can see Valerie. Valerie, do you want to join us live?
D'accord, Niki, nous t'attendons en classe. Nous avons notre orientation qui aura lieu le 30 octobre. Donc,
Good evening.
good evening, Mr. Valerie.
Yeah, I have a question for Rita.
Okay.
Yeah, you talked about the 2 weeks when the 2 weeks that you can attend for the 2 weeks, then you make a decision if you want to continue or not. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of like confused because I was told by the president, the European president, that a software will be provided.
Yeah.
So does that mean for these 2 weeks though we'll just be doing by the theory? Because if without the software, it means we can't work with the system, right?
Okay, so that's a very beautiful question. You know, a lot of people coming into this training are people who have zero IT background, definitely. So in the
Correct.
beginning, we'll have basic IT knowledge that would lead us into the installation of the softwares. You see, and now when
Okay.
you've paid, you are going to be given it's on the third week that we're going to be installing the software. You understand?
Okay.
Yes, the installation of the software, that's the first project you would have as a database administrator, will be starting on the third week of your course. You see, so while that you're going to be well prepared and introduced into getting the knowledge that you would be having.
Technically speaking, that means the lab work will begin from the third week, correct? Right?
Even in the first week, lab work doesn't only mean that you're going to be working on the software, right? You would have to be versed with, say, for example, sharing your screen on Zoom, for example, or getting into breaker rooms to work, and as well as other computer knowledge that you will need, like in managing the Windows
Server.
space, yeah, for the course. So
Yeah, I
it's
mean, even to add to that, right? You
yeah,
you even need to know what the software is and what it will do
exactly.
for you before you proceed with the installation and the real practical work. So what happens in the first 2 weeks is they're basically laying the foundation for the work proper to begin. Because imagine you just jump into a class on the first day and we give you SQL Server to install, you will be completely lost. You would be
Exactly.
completely lost. So we need a foundation, right? There is
Yeah.
a period during which we give you that foundation. And once you have the foundation and we are convinced that you're capable of handling the software, mind you, the licenses are damn expensive. So you need
Very.
to know what you're working with.
Okay.
So the first 2 weeks at this groundwork, we'll be laying this groundwork before we give it to you. And then yeah, so that's
And
what's up.
even like we said, we prepare you for interview purposes. Language, IT language is very important, you see. So during
Yeah.
this introduction, you're going to be learning the installation language before you get into the installation proper, you see.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you
you're
so
welcome.
much for that question. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for joining
Thank
the
you so
stream.
much.
I know you're
Yeah.
very shy. That was a big step. That was a big
Yeah.
one. Thank
No,
you so much.
I'm part of the next class, so that's for sure. There's no
Oh, wow.
problem.
Absolutely. Thank you. You're welcome to the family.
Yeah.
In fact,
You're
you're
Yeah.
already in the
welcome.
family, but welcome to the Tech IT Academy family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would never regret this decision. So welcome once again.
Thank you very much.
And see you on the other side.
Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you
thanks.
very much.
Bye.
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 Bon, Nick, comme je disais, le train, nous avons une orientation et nous espérons vous revoir là-bas. Et vous aurez la possibilité de parler avec notre PDG. Donc, c'est ça, quoi. Donc, avant que les cours ne commencent, nous avons une merveilleuse orientation. Et aussi, samedi, nous avons une célébration de certains administrateurs de données qui travaillent déjà. Ils vont partager avec nous leur histoire et tout. Ce sera très fun. Vous pouvez venir et entendre ce qu'ils ont à dire, comment ils ont fait, les techniques qu'ils ont pris. Je sais que ce sera peut-être un peu difficile en anglais, mais bon, je serai là dans les coulisses pour pouvoir faciliter la compréhension.
Yes, oh yes. And we have a compliment here. Thank you so much, Teresa. You are just as much of a vibe. And it's always a pleasure hanging out with you.
Yeah.
So we have we also have our president for Europe and Africa coming back with another boost. So how much you will earn has nothing to do with whether you're a senior or a junior database administrator. So basically, he's saying that the field is lucrative regardless of where you start, which is a good thing to note. And Chuka again says, "Oh, okay, that's beautiful. If you can get hired as a senior DBA right off, then kudos. Yes, kudos. We're looking forward to congratulating you." And he says again, if you defend your 6 figures, you will get your 6 figures. And that's absolutely true from our experience, right, Rita?
Yeah, exactly. It's definitely it. You need to tell them, I know what I'm saying. I know what I can do. And I know all of this stuff. And they are going to give you your 6 figures. And even more. Why not?
Yeah, more, of course. That's an absolute possibility.
Yeah.
And he said, well explained, Mr. Zebedee. Thank you so much. And here, comment procéder à l'installation de nos ordinateurs avant le début des cours le 7 octobre?
Nikki, je ne sais pas. Je crois que vous devrez être dans le groupe WhatsApp. Écrivez-moi juste un petit commentaire que coucou Rita, c'est Nikki et je vous viens personnellement. On va clarifier ça ensemble.
Absolument. Merci beaucoup pour votre commentaire. Très, très, très important. C'est très important d'être.
C'est une question très importante en
Ah
fait.
oui, oui, très
Merci beaucoup pour
pertinent.
la question. Ouais.
Oui, oui. And we have another one. Eckhart asking if one doesn't have a monitor yet, can only the laptop be used? Rita, I'll let you answer that.
Okay, Miss Mary, I know I should think you have a TV like say a flat screen at home. You could use that as your monitor in the time being, but then using just a laptop will be practically impossible for you to take this course. It'll be difficult, I bet you. Why? Because if you from the beginning we have been saying it's a practical course, you see, so you need two screens that will project two different images, you see, one image that is showing you what you should be doing on your main screen. You see, that is why you need two screens, absolutely. You see, so if you don't have a screen yet, you can use your TV as a screen and just use the HDMI cable to connect it to your laptop and just duplicate the images where
That's a
you're
good
going to
tip.
put, yeah, that's it. That's basically it.
That's a good tip. But I mean, you need to make arrangements to get an external monitor at some
It's
point.
very important.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because when the course gets intense, it's not going to be so easy. It's not going to be so easy. So I think that was the last question, Rita. It's been we're almost 15 minutes over and we can't even feel it, right? I don't
Not
know.
at
There's
all. It's
Ned.
so sweet.
There's NNE right here in the background. I don't know if you wanted to join us live on the stream. Then I would need it. It seems your camera is on, but the screen is completely black and I cannot see you. So now, if you're the one in the lobby, please turn on your camera so I can see. And Mike as well. Mike, I can see you, but your image is not visible to me. So if you want, please, if you want to join us live, please put on your cameras and I'll be able to make that happen. So Mary says yes, that will work perfectly for our start. Absolutely. She's talking from experience. Thank you so much for that, Mary. Yeah, so if you don't have it yet, your TV monitor would help you for a start. I know Mary started off with her TV monitor,
Yeah.
so now she's telling you that's possible, and you should believe her. And Valerie says, or Windows plus K for TV without HDMI. Okay, yeah, this must be for those who want to use their TV screens.
Yeah,
And here,
exactly.
Teresa, please, you keep saying the class starts on the 1st, but the flyer says the 7th. So explain why we are talking of the 1st.
Well, I didn't say the class starts on the first. We have an orientation, the grand orientation that will be chaired by our CEO, Dr. Kiawi Dennis, and this is what I'm talking about. Okay, we are going to have a grand orientation, which is very important. Our CEO will be addressing you, and it will be quite an experience and not a very golden opportunity for you to ask pertinent questions directly to him and hear from his mouth the answers that he has for you, you see. So that's what we're talking about. I hope
And
it's
Mary,
clear enough.
yes, I think Mary's comment is going to be the last. It's 15 minutes after the hour. So you're just as welcome, Mary. Thank you so much. So
Thank you so much.
yeah, so I think we'll just take a minute to thank everyone who joined us live this evening. Mary Foyne, Teresa Cox, Valerie, Eckhart, MK Eckhart, Nikki June, Chuka, Zebedee, Teresa. It was a pleasure having you all. And to all of those who came live, we appreciate you. You are fantastic. To all of you who gave this program a boost, it is an absolute pleasure to have had you this evening. And I'll hand over to you, Rita, too.
Merci beaucoup à tout le monde qui était là. Merci Nikki Jane d'être là. Vraiment, Ça nous va droit au cœur. Et s'il vous plaît, si vous pouvez partager avec vos connaissances, votre voisinage, vous en parler autour de vous et tout, pour que on puisse avoir plus de personnes qui sont francophones, parce que nous n'allons laisser personne derrière. Nous allons porter tout le monde avec nous. Le train qui part, nous on part, le car part. Et puis, c'était vraiment un plaisir d'être avec vous ce soir. Et nous espérons vous avoir encore soit samedi pour la célébration ou soit dimanche pour un autre talk show, probablement. Donc, merci beaucoup à tout le monde. Thank you everyone for being here. It's always a wonderful time hanging out with you. So hoping to see you next time. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye,
See you
everyone.
next
Bye.
time.